G'day YouTube, it's Brett here from Overtime Gaming with you once again, and welcome to the final regular season game of our Seattle Sounders career mode. And because of that, we got a few retirements we have to deal with. Where is he? Joseph here, centre midfielder, is retiring at the end of the season. He said this is his last game and would love to play a part. And because of that, we're going to give him a go, because it's the last game of the season, instead of Jonathan de Guzman. Yeah, it's probably going to weaken us a bit, but we've already booked our place in the MLS Cup playoffs, so we will be playing the LA Galaxy, I believe, in the first round. So it's going to be a tough first round. Hopefully we can go straight through and pick up a win against them. But what this means as well is, guys, that we've only got a couple more episodes until we actually finish this series. I've said as soon as the playoffs finish for us, that is the end of this series. So because of that, this is the final ever regular season episode of the MLS series. It's only a couple of weeks, maybe even a week now, away from FIFA 14. And with that, we're going to be starting our FIFA 14 Southampton career mode on release day. I'll probably get it up early, actually, because I have EA Sports season tickets, so I get EA Sports games 3 to 7 days early. So because of that, I will start my Southampton season as soon as I possibly can. I've already got a bunch of transfers I want to go after. I know exactly what type of team I want to make. I've really got my Southampton season prepared. I know exactly what I want to achieve, and we'll speak about all that sort of stuff in the first episode, the introduction episode to the Southampton career mode. I'm not sure whether or not yet. I'm going to have an introduction episode just introducing us to the team and stuff like that as soon as FIFA 14 not to demo, the FIFA 14 EA Sports early season ticket early access comes out. I'll probably do an intro like that. We'll introduce ourselves to the team, because obviously we don't know any of the players really. Well, we do if you follow the Premier League, but from this series we don't know anyone, and a lot of it's changed since our Newcastle career mode series as well. They've brought in a lot of players, big name players too, so we won't be too familiar with the side unless you're a Southampton fan. I'm a Newcastle fan in real life, we know this, but Southampton are actually my second team. They always used to be my lower league side, of course, when they got relegated and stuff. And I've always had a soft spot for Southampton. Like I said in my last episode, I believe, in the MLS one, I have a Southampton shirt with Ricky Lambert on the back. It's this season's shirt now as well. I just upgraded it to this season's shirt. So I really do like Southampton, and all their new signings have just added to that. So I'm very familiar with the side, and the players that I want to buy for the team, they're all big name players. They're not small time players, and I'm very familiar with them as well, and I expect a lot of you will be too. So I hope you're all looking forward to that one. We'll get that out as soon as FIFA 14 early access comes out. And you see, we're going to give Joseph the free kick here. See if he can get something going for us. He's going to blast this one through. Sends it miles wide. That was an awful free kick, so remind me never to let him take a free kick again. But it's his last game of the season, so we should really let him play a part. I don't think he's ever actually played a game for us in this series. So seeing as he's retiring, we might as well send him off by giving him a start. You see, he was only a 56 overall, so he's an awful player, to be fair. Nowhere near the standard of this team now. And you see, Hooper tried pushing his way through there, but just couldn't make it. And Benteke and Joseph didn't go up with him. Chivas are a team we really should beat. They've had a weak season. They're nothing special. We took a couple of their best players, I believe, if I can remember rightly. Diego Reyes came from them, who we eventually sold to get Benteke anyway. But it means they haven't really got anyone to buy. As you see, the lovely ball in there by Carlos Vela, and Gary Hooper with a lucky goal, I must say. His 26th league goal. He's about 10 goals ahead of the person behind him for league's top goal scorer. But what I'm saying now is, guys, that we have guaranteed a position in the playoffs. We've guaranteed second spot. We can't fall to third, and we can't go up to first. First in our division goes to FC Dallas, who actually beat us by around 12 points. So they completely destroyed us in our division. And the reason behind that, we had that awful middle start and the start and middle of the season. Towards the end, we've become extremely good. Our team's actually gelled. I don't know what I really expected. We completely overhauled the team. We completely replaced most of the players, if not all of the players from last season. So we couldn't really expect too much from them. I mean, they all needed time to gel together and learn with each other, and they finally got to that point. It's been a bit hard with injuries and stuff too. I mean, when Tony Vilhena was there, we were extremely stronger side because he had such a good link with players like Carlos Vela and Charlie and Gary Hooper. And since we lost that, we went into a bit of a slump, but we managed to pull ourselves back up with the signing of Gylfi Sigurdsson. So he got us out of that slump. As you see, Sigurd here now is moving ourselves down the wing, just trying to get something going. Great tackle there by Gylfi. And Gylfi whips it in, setting up for the bicycle kick. And how he sent that wide, I have no idea. It was a gorgeous little chip in by Gylfi. And Gary Hooper, I believe it was, who had the effort, really should have put that one in the back of the net. But he sent it a mile wide now. But we've been utter dominant in this game. Of course, we're leading 1-0 from the goal earlier on. We should probably be up more than 1-0. We've been completely dominant. Chivas haven't been able to do anything now. Gary Hooper, of course, scored the goal for us earlier on. He's been utterly outstanding for us. I'm so glad I bought Gary Hooper. He started very slow at the beginning of the season, but then that month's worth of episodes, or could be 2 months even, that I ended up losing, remember I told you about, he just completely erupted, and since then has just been utterly unstoppable in this season. So if he can do that in the Premier League for Norwich have got themselves one hell of a player. As you see, we go into half-time 1-0 up against Chivas here. New York are also winning 2-0 against whoever they were playing. I didn't really see. But I want some more goals in this. I want this season to end on a high note. I really want to win the MLS Cup playoffs as well, guys. I want to be back-to-back champs. We've already won the US Open Cup in this season, so I'd love to be a double champ as well. It will send the series off on a high note too. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do that with Newcastle because, of course, the Newcastle season, the save file got corrupted, so we couldn't continue it. And we got around two months left of the season, so we couldn't continue it from there, and we were pushing for title contenders. I don't know if anyone noticed, but the last episode, the league tables there, and we're actually second by only 3 points. So we were really pushing Chelsea for the league title there. We were also challenging for the Europa League final, FA Cup and League Cup we were doing great in too. So we had really completely turned the team's success around from being a weak side, in all honesty, to winning the Europa League and then pushing for a league championship with our elite French squad. And I was really disappointed that we couldn't continue that because of the save file getting corrupted, and we couldn't send it off on a high note, which is what I want to do on this series. I don't want to send it off by crashing out of the playoffs. I want to go through, beat the LA Galaxy in the first round, go and beat I believe it will probably be FC Dallas in the next round, and then go through and win the playoff final. I really want to do that. We'll do the playoff final if we get there as a live com. So I really want to send us out on a high note. Let me know if you think we got the capabilities to go and win back-to-back championships here in the MLS. As we go to make a sub now, a few of our players are probably getting tired, and alongside that we've got the playoffs coming up. So we're going to take Sigurdsson off here for Demont. We're also going to bring Ricky Lambert on for Gary Hooper too. Hooper's done his job. He's got us the goal that's put us into the lead. Now we can give him a rest, and he can have a rest until the playoffs begin. As you see, Omar Gonzalez has been fantastic signing for us. He is our captain now, of course. He's been an incredible player for us. I'm so glad we bought him. Good saves there by Alex McCarthy. He's been a nice surprise as well. Of course, he came in to replace Sergio Asenjo, who was actually bought at the beginning of the season. We sold him for a nice little profit to Man City, I believe. And we're able, with that money, to go straight out and buy Alex McCarthy, who was a bit weaker overall than Sergio Asenjo, but has been incredible for us, guys. So he's definitely turned out well for us, and I'm so glad I bought him. I had a lot of faith in him. I think he's a fantastic goalie in real life. Of course, the Reading keeper. Been in the England squad and stuff like that. He's now playing in the Championship. I really think he needs to get out of the Championship and come to a Premier League club. He's got the qualities to be a Premier League goalie. I don't know if anyone remembers, but if you can remember his saves against Liverpool last season, he was incredible. So I think he's got the potential to be a Premier League goalie week in, week out. And I think he's got potential to be England keeper. That's why I think he needs to get out of the Championship. He is only young, so it's not too bad of a rush, too big of a rush even, but I still think he needs to get out of the Championship. I mean, I'll tell you now, he's one of the players I'm eyeing up on my Southampton career mode. But of course, I've already told you in a previous episode, Begovic is my main goalie target because I want an elite goalkeeper. But Alex McCarthy is a guy there that I am looking at, to be fair. So we could see McCarthy in a Southampton shirt. Even if it's I buy him in a Southampton shirt and then loan him straight out to get him some good match experience and stuff to take over from Begovic eventually, then that's fine. But we probably will go out and look to buy him anyway. It'll be nice and cheap because Reading are from the Championship, so we can always buy players cheaper from the Championship than other Premier League clubs. But alongside that, guys, I'll tell you a bit about my Southampton career mode. I want to go at least 3 or 4 about 4 seasons into the Southampton career mode. I know with the Newcastle one we only got around 1.5, just about 2. This one we've done 2. But you think of it, I've done these in about half a season, like Premier League season. So the Southampton one, I'm starting on release day, and I want to continue it all the way through until FIFA 15. We will run a second season alongside it, which will be the one on the PS4 or Xbox One, depending on which one I get when they come out. But I'll run that alongside it. That'll be the one I give you the vote on who you want me to go with. That'll probably be a lower league team, in all honesty, rather than a Premier League team or a Champions League team or top team anyway. So it'll be a lower league team. The Southampton one I want to continue to play until FIFA 15 comes out. So I want to do that all the way up. So I should be getting around 4 seasons in on that one at least. So I'm really looking forward to that season. And the players I want to bring in are just going to make that season awesome. Especially if I can get one of them. One of the players I want to bring in could have a huge impact on us in the Southampton side. And could really turn that Southampton side into the Champions League team they want to be. They said in real life they want to be a Champions League team in 2 seasons. I want to achieve it in 1. I want to achieve Champions League in the first season. So finish 1st, 2nd or 3rd in the first season, not later. So that's what I'm hoping for in the series. We win 1-0 here full time on the final day of the regular season, and we go marching into the playoffs, which will be probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday, guys. There might not be an episode on Wednesday because I'm in New York. I get back Wednesday night. So I'll get an episode out Thursday, definitely. So let me know in the comments what you think of this whole season and what you think, who you think the players are that I'm looking for on Southampton career mode. Let me see who you think I'm after in the comment section below. And I'll let you know when the Southampton season begins whether you're right or not. Hope you've enjoyed the series so far, guys. We're heading into the playoffs. We're close to the end of this series. And peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.